The Hess truck is back, and it's better than ever. Of course, that is the tagline from the wildly popular Hess truck commercial. At least it will get stuck in your head. What you're looking at here is the 2013 Hess truck. This is the official truck. This is the box. They have started to pre-ship by this point in time, November 1st, 2013. But I have in my hands the actual truck that you'll be able to buy in the store come November 8th. Based on a few posts that I made on my website, dailydieseldose.com, regarding real-world Hess trucks, the changes that are approaching the Hess Corporation in general, some representatives from Hess, specifically the marketing group that's responsible for distributing the Hess truck, reached out and asked if I would be interested in taking a look at the new model for this year, with the understanding that I don't share anything before November 1st. Well, here it is. It is November 1st. I've had this truck for about a week. This is really the first time I've taken an in-depth look at it. I have removed the truck from the box, so, you know, collectors shuddering right now, but I'm not a hardcore collector. I can get it back in there, and no one will be any wiser, but I'm going to take a look at it today and see what I think about it and show it to you. From what I've seen, it's pretty impressive, and I think you're going to find the same thing. So, without ado, here it is. So as you can see, Hess has gone back to the concept of a truck hauling some type of load on a flatbed. We've seen this type of ideal before. This time it is a tracked bulldozer with a backhoe. The backhoe is motorized, which is pretty cool. It also has functioning lights. The arm and the bucket raises and lowers, the bucket dumps. We'll get into a little demonstration of that later. The truck itself is fairly realistic as far as Hess trucks go. It doesn't look too cartoonish. You know, you have the air cleaners, you have the big grill. It definitely has all the truck features that, you know, kids would find interesting. And as far as a collector, I think it's pretty neat. You know, if you want to point out some interesting facts, you know, it's running super singles. We have dual air cleaners, so it's got to be packing some pretty horsepower under the hood. Got dual stacks. We got a visor. We got an air fairing on the top. You know, in the real world, this would be an expensive rig. You know, I don't see any DEF tanks, so I guess it's running a pre-EPA emission engine, which would make everybody happy. For the value, you know, this truck comes with batteries. The track dozer comes with batteries. It has lights, it has sounds, it blinks, it flashes for 27 bucks, which, you know, the construction of this is pretty good. You go to Toys R Us or any place today and you look for any type of truck related construction toy, you're not going to find anything that's along these lines. You know, everything's going to be cheap and cruddy, or it's going to be super expensive. You know, pretty much the only saving grace nowadays at the stores are Legos, but, you know, we're getting a little sidetracked. So let's take a look at the functions of the lights and see some of the pretty neat features I think this truck is packing. So I'm going to start and take this loader off the back for right now. Obviously the Hess logo is all over this vehicle. There's no questioning what it is. I'm going to flip this over, and the truck comes with batteries. They're already pre-installed. You're going to need a Phillips head to get into the battery compartment if you need to get out the batteries at any time. But you're going to find the switch has two positions. One is flashers and the other one is just all lights. Obviously they do what we think they would do. So, like many years past, you have Hess logos that light up on the doors, on the front. You have the lights, you have marker lights, you have trailer lights. It's pretty neat. This truck comes with a variety of sounds. obviously backing up with the engine idling. The horn flashing and going off with all the lights. So parents, get ready to hear that on Christmas. And an engine startup, which I think sounds pretty good. It's got a nice idle to it. One of the features of this rig that I really think is cool, and as a kid I probably would play with this part of it until it breaks, is this hydraulic ramp here that lowers. And when you start pulling this out, you get sounds. And that sound's going to continue as long as you pull this ramp out, as quick or as slow as you go. And then obviously you get the sound when it loads. And it does that in reverse as well. That is just really cool in my estimation. The dozer is along the same lines. You have a bucket that raises and lowers, stays in position, little button here that releases the bucket, and it locks back into place. Seems very solid. You have an articulating arm on the back, the bucket spins all around, wide range of motions. Just like the truck, it has lights controlled by certain switches here on the right side, and it's also motorized by moving the switch, and it goes pretty good. So I'm going to load it up on the trailer here, and we're going to see if it can climb up. Put that on there, and up it goes, and we're loaded. Got a little close to the cab there, but hey, what are you going to do? So this is the 2013 Hess truck. It's a great truck, and I'm sort of wondering why all these years have gone by. I stopped getting these when I was a kid in the early 90s, and now I wish I had been collecting them since then, because this is really cool. I can't speak to what they've been like the past 10-15 years, but if they've been anything like this one, I've been missing out, and I think this is pretty cool. So I'm going to turn off the lights here in a second, and we're going to see how this thing looks in the night. Because as a kid, that was always the coolest feature, was going into your room, shutting off the light, hitting the lights on the truck, and pretending you were big rigging. So once again, 2013 Hess truck. I think it's a great value. They'll be in stores on November 8th, and if you've already pre-ordered, they'll be showing up probably any day.